credit is basically a flexible pool of money your business can borrow when you need it, pay back, and then borrow again. Think of it as like a credit card, but usually with bigger limits, different fees.
Okay. So what, like, is this like a GPS conversation? Like, what's going on here? Like, what?
Yo, hey!
Oh my God.
Listen, man. I feel so honored. Yo, listen, all the women in my life watch Tasha K. So right now, I'm finally famous. You feel me? I'm finally famous, man. Shout out to all the women in my life, man.
You ruined my Saturday.
Oh, no.
When I received the photos, and I want us to describe them, okay?
I was disappointed because Roland, because again, I'm African, right? There are people online who hate it. Roland has been one of the biggest advocates for Africans in this country. So when I seen this, I was like, come on, Roland, bro. Because
I like how he says cut.
Yeah.
Just casually dropping the cut in there. He beefing with all the blows, so now he's choosing up, man. That's crazy.
As like Martin Luther King, as like this back.
Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Flacco talking to Tasha K, this is pretty skittle behavior, because this whole segment, I guess, is talking about whoever this guy is and, you know, Flacco's interpretation of his sausage, I guess. Like, what, bro? Like, this is who y'all follow? The sausage followers?
This preacher-esque. Now, he never say, right? Like, he presents himself as like a Baptist preacher. So I was shocked when I seen those pictures. But now, I'll be real, as a man, I did not know that penis got that small.
Listen, now I wanted to tell people this. This is obviously a medical condition.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a medical condition. The only penises that I've seen that look like this was Diddy's. John Gray, Pastor John Gray has this same condition.
Diddy's penis is massive compared to Roland Martin's.
What? That's what I was going to say.
Why are we, whoa. Like, and this is what Flacco's content is about. This is why you guys follow Flacco. This is what, I mean, I'm confused. Everybody who follows Flacco, this is what you guys are into.
Diddy's penis seemed like it was a solid like 3 inches. I'm guessing that this guy had like way less based on the way she's saying it.
You got a woman who can tolerate you for 21 years and you got that. The least you owe her is some type of loyalty, bro. You got no business stepping out if you got that.
The first picture that you sent me, he's standing in a doorway. He has on a shirt that says, if it doesn't bring peace, profit, or purpose, then don't give it your time, energy, or attention. So his body is shaped like an inverted triangle. He has a fupa, and then
Flacco is giggling about this. He's so giddy about this. He's so interested in hearing about this man.
He has
interesting parts. Okay, got it.
Of course, hair, and then he has on a G-string, but it has a cuff. And I thought it was leopard print at first, but it looks like army fatigue or money. But it's bare.
Adam is definitely talking down on Flacco. Adam is currently revealing some of Flacco's most intimate feelings about another man. And Adam is revealing to us that Flacco is having intimate moments within himself where he is engaging in content of a persuasion from another man.
Covering like his big monkey, like his micro penis.
Yeah.
It's a micro penis, okay?
And he got the catfishing too, because what he did was, right, he put his balls within the pouch so it hung a little bit lower.
What the fuck is Flacco talking about, man?
That ain't his penis?
Yo.
And he's like 60-something years old. Yeah, 57.
So this is incredible. This is not what we should be, talking about. This is not something that we should be discussing. This is not something that's appropriate. And I don't understand why Flacco is so involved and invested in this man's personal area. Now, here at TNN Trap News Network, we don't condone any type of violence, any type of bullying. We don't condone any type of harassment or anything like that. But this is unwelcome and unwanted sexual advancements and attention from one male to another, which will technically falls under sexual harassment. You know what I mean? And that's never acceptable.
You're telling me this guy was wearing some sort of G-string ball contraption?
He looks like an Angry Birds character, dude.
Yo, he does.
It looks like an Angry Bird. Damn. That's him.
This is definitely him.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit. I don't know what the hell's going on with Flacco, man. He out here doing free dick ratings and shit.
What the
Yeah,
fuck,
that shit
dude?
funny. That's
That's weird. That's very uncomfortable.
shit funny as fuck. He love too excited to be like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
Like, why even look at that shit? Like, you know, this out there, the pictures out there. Why you want to see that shit? Like, that's the shit that tripped me out. Like, why you looking at that?
What,
shit?
I mean, you can't just look at a dick.
No.
No, I feel you. I guess
but
like,
then, but
I'm different.
But had that much commentary about it, like he got more opinion about the shit than the Tasha.
It's real shit. I know what he did with his balls. He tucked it up and did it. Like, what?
That's crazy.
57
All
years
the-
old, though.
All the women in my life. Who the fuck is the women in your life?
Watching Tasha K.
His girlfriend, and then maybe like,
His family.
oh, maybe his mom.
But I don't.
That
Tasha
ugly
K
ass
is
sister
kind of
you got.
salacious shit, though. Like, she's like kind of dirty gossip.
Yeah, you a fucked up black lady if you're watching Tasha K. I want to be real. There's so much like more pro-social content that you could be watching as a black woman.
Then Tasha K.
That's pretty much like letting you know, like if a girl told me that versus like, I don't know, what's some normal black person female content that you could watch?
Shit.
Something that was
Jesse
Lee Peterson.
No.
Jesse Lee Peterson is absolutely hilarious.
Jess from Breakfast Club.
Just hilarious.
Jess hilarious.
Jess hilarious. Like she's a real like hardcore Jess hilarious fan.
Like, I don't know, like just some regular shit. Like,
I don't think nothing wrong with how Tasha K get on because she's a woman, right? But when they get to like this, he getting excited about talking about some
Getting excited while talking about another man's salami is just 100% inappropriate, and we don't know why Flacco's doing that.
a man's private part. That's crazy, and he's happy. Somebody disappointed. Why is you disappointed?
all the women in your life watch Tasha K?
No, he just glazing. He don't have women in his life, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he has women in his life.
Right.
What you talking about? That nigga, he's fucking lying, bro. He got to rent bitches, bro. Like, come on, bro. He don't have women.
Lied for the box.
Yeah, he you know what I'm saying? You sound cool, but like, that shit crazy, man.
So
I remember he said, I know I got a big thing. He's Jamaican. He started doing the accent.
Yeah. Like,
well, keep in mind, Flacco has told us many times that his penis is 10 inches and girthy.
He told you that. To me, us. Who
Maybe you weren't there, but he told
I'm
me.
glad I wasn't.
he's told us, guys.
Bro, the fact that I can't imagine a reason that Les would be out there this long if that girl ain't dead.
Stanky ass nigga. That nigga stank.
That is crazy work. With that all said, man, we finna get up out of here to the next one. Red dots to the left, you know the rest, man. We praying for Les. We hope that young lady did not lose her life, because that would be unfortunate. But y'all know how I go in these no jumper streets, man. It's tricky, icky, Mickey, Vicky, and extra sticky, man. You never know who to trust. So you always know, if nothing else, a flu flam for show is a foot. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. Let's continue on.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
About hanging out around Future, they might think that there's gangsters about to run up on them. By the way, what do you think Les is doing?
he had got a phone call.
Really?
Maybe she called from jail.
So he's probably gonna have
She's
something.
dead.
Goodness gracious, Adam, that's dark.
That whole Atlanta, like, I mean, just everything all going on right now, it's like everybody should just be careful and cool on what they talking. You know what I mean? Because it just seemed like we used to trip out that they was like, oh, there's hip hop police. You know what I mean? I remember when we found that out, it was like very like, oh shit, there's police that are investigating rap. It seemed like they are involved in all this shit, and partial to play with this shit is the podcast, the clubhouses, the so much communication about this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so much communication on the internet about these crimes and about these cases, and it makes it extremely easy for law enforcement to do exactly what we do: go on YouTube every day and just listen to the content. There's nothing really going on that is so, code secret, covert, code red, that it's just not a matter of just going to YouTube and searching, being able to find it. So I definitely agree with Rios, man. With all the police activities on the internet, gotta be careful.
Like, it's adding fuel to like unsolved crimes. You know what I mean? Like, it makes them not look good.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I think people deliberately getting on different platforms on purpose and throwing stuff out there.
Do you think Flacco and Wack have basically like teamed up to run a little mini YG smear campaign?
Teamed up, period. It ain't just YG.
Just in general?
Yeah, they partnered up, period. It ain't just a YG thing with them.
I mean, we've seen the power of independent media to paint narratives. Like, you know, I got to give it to Seti Nash. Seti Nash leaked those Young Thug calls day after day, day after day. And the end result was that Young Thug's stock took a big dive. And I think he did so because he just is boys with YSL.
Did Seti Nash single-handedly take down Young Thug? Do y'all think that? Do y'all think that Seti Nash played a part in Young Thug's image being diminished? Or you think Young Thug did this with
Woody? And he just wanted to make Woody look good. So he said, fuck it, I'm going to do this little campaign to make Thug look horrible. And it worked, you know, like it really was this like sustained campaign. If they had dropped it all at once, it probably wouldn't have done what it did. But it coming out day by day like that, and I think that people like Wack and Flacco, they probably have conversations about who they don't like. I'm no better than them. Like everybody does it, and then it's kind of like, well, hey, if they, let's say hypothetically that they both knew that a famous rapper was guilty of a serious crime.
I mean, I feel like everybody in the YouTube streets has their own rhyme and reasoning for doing what it is they do. A lot of dudes will act like they don't care. A lot of dudes will act like whatever, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. But we all have our reasons for our little vendettas.
Of course, they're going to kind of work together to like spread that narrative if the narrative isn't out there, you know?
And especially if it's like a mutual
op.
Yeah.
Although I don't even
think op of my op is your op.
I think Flacco really has ops. He just hates, he just wants to like get his videos views up.
Well, Munchie is his op.
True. So why do you just? But then also, I think Flacco is such an Ack disciple that YG being a Drake op is like YG has to kind of also be an Ack op, and so therefore YG also has to kind of be a Flacco op.
Exactly.
Because the Akademiks TV account has been running hella negative shit about YG and way beyond what would be considered like normal. They're like clearly taking aim at it.
So that's why I think there might be some validity to what G Malone is saying. What Glasses Malone is saying.
Man, I wish Les was right here when he said this, bro. Ricky and Les was like, man, it gotta be crazy, yeah.
No.
Okay, but this is my thing is that I think Glasses Malone really believes that Drake runs the Akademiks TV account. That's the only way that you can justify saying that Drake is the one who's planting these rumors about YG. I don't think it's like that's the only route towards Drake
planting rumors about YG is probably one of the craziest things we've heard this year.
Being helpful in that regard. And Drake is cool with Grand, but definitely I don't think Drake is like sending bloggers money to post about, like, now is it possible that Drake like said to Ack like, hey, that YG shit, turn it up? It's possible. I feel like Ack would probably be useful, but I don't think he has to.
So let me ask you this, and so does Ack and all these other guys like kiss his ass so much that if Drake was like, man, fuck these cats, would they be like, oh, I'm gonna go out of my way to appease him? You know what I mean? Like, because they love him so much.
I think when it comes to Ack and Grand and stuff, that it's just like anybody who's a Drake op is like their op.
It's an op.
Yeah, it's just not. It don't even need to be said.
It don't even need to be said.
Yeah, I think.
Do you think Drake is a?
Now I don't know about Drake sending finances or anything to fund the Drake or the Ruler thing, because you did have Ralphie the Plug come out and made it clear, like, hey, he's not a part of anything like this. He's not a part of what we got going on. Drake has never sent anything to the family. Ralphie the Plug was very adamant that Drake is not, dealing with anything that they have going on. So when it comes down to this whole little 1-2 step like Sierra and Drake being the culprit, I don't believe that to be true personally. But at the same time, too, if you would have told me that, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, Wack would be telling me that he chased you to the airport, I wouldn't think that was real either. So at this point, we live in a YouTube space where the impossible is in fact.
That pettiness, what I mean?
No.
Okay.
I think Drake is capable of levels of pettiness that almost nobody in the history of the rap game have been.
Okay.
He's that guy. Like,
so he could.
He's done a lot of like stuff that is very expensive from the perspective of a normal person, and he did it just to fuck with people, you know?
Fuck. Munchie, what you think?
No, I believe what Glasses Malone said is some validity to it.
I do too.
I wouldn't have taken that claim serious at all if it wasn't for the fact that Karen Civil was co-signing it. Now, Karen Civil is like a YG person as well, and she's also like a Rock Nation person, I believe. So I guess I could see how I feel like now like there's two sides to everything, and YG's clearly on the like anti-Drake side. So everybody kind of just snaps into place to take aim at people now.
So what does the spider web look like of the media, the circle of media that if this is what we're against, we're running this shit? Like, so is it Ack at the top and then like the Trap Lord, the SETI?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Akademiks is for sure at the top. And then all the other guys kind of like fall behind whatever DJ Akademiks has going on. DJ Akademiks is for sure the 1-2 step blueprint for these
The
dudes.
Flacco,
Yeah.
kind of that, like, is those four get shit going?
Me, Vlad, everybody, we're all in kind of
Notice how he didn't mention Adam 22, but Adam mentioned himself. But okay.
like, we all speak openly, and then you kind of have like the New York crowd, I feel like, because you know you got Charlemagne and he's in his own his own little world, and so I have heard for a fact that Charlemagne sends marching orders to everybody on the Black Effect Network and tells them what narratives they should be running.
Really?
Yes, that has been said publicly by people who are signed to the Black Effect. So I think, you know, and Charlemagne, so you kind of have the two ringleaders of hip hop, which is like, and then their media counterparts. So you have Ack, and then you have, or excuse me, you have Drake and Jay-Z, and then you have Ack and Charlemagne.
Okay.
And Joe Budden is also kind of under the Jay-Z umbrella. And then like from Akademiks, you kind of have all these other content creators who are like,
it's crazy how all this is going on in our content space, because this is turning into like a full-blown gang war and all that kind of shit. You feel me? This is an extremely flu-flammering situation. This shit is crazy. So when it comes down to it, you have to just really pay attention to the facts that these dudes will, you know, put together whatever narratives they feel will benefit them, but it could be at the detriment of your favorite celebrity.
not literally coded, but basically kind of in line
Academic
with him.
meetings.
Like cult type shit. It's almost like cult shit. You know what I mean? Like they're just aligned with that shit no matter what.
But then certain things are okay because like Rory and Mal is a pro Drake podcast,
Right.
whereas the Joe Budden podcast is an anti Drake podcast.
All right, so that's that. We don't think we really care too much about that.
It's Future shared a no jumper post.
Oh shoot.
Which one?
I didn't even realize that. That's ill.
The one with Doughboy response to Wack 100.
Yeah, Doughboy talking about this situation was in fact he shared a old no jumper reel, I guess, which is insane.
Start off just lying, though. Nigga said, "What's the one bitch name? The singer bitch."
Hey, I don't appreciate how Adam 22 and Moose Man both acted like they didn't understand what I was talking about when they were on the camera. When both of them, on camera and on chat or on the phone with me, we're both like, yeah, Wack's pretty much a rat and all that kind of stuff. But then they get on camera, oh, well, we're Trapper really didn't prove and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. Like, Moose Man, I be trying to rock out with you, bro, but you got too much 304 on you, my dude. You got too much 304 on you, my dude. And Moose Man likes to say little slick things and make little comments. Moose Man gonna have to get a demonstration, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. When I see Moose Man, I might have to demo him out. Like, demo him all the way out, bro. He's not gonna be able to talk his way out of it. He's not gonna be able to facilitate his way out of it. He's not gonna be able to politic his way out of it. I'm gonna have to full-blown demo Moose Man all the way out, bro. It's a guaranteed demo. I'll try, but some people only understand a demonstration.
You know Sierra name, bro. Stop playing. Nigga is crazy, bro.
He is describing something that Wack always does, where Wack pretends that he doesn't know something. And then within minutes, it's very clear that he knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, like he don't know I'm black.
The clip of Flacco when he meets Flacco, and then Flacco, and then within like 2 minutes he goes, I'm gonna tell you something, is that this guy right here is bringing more energy to this building than anybody else here. So shit, it's like he so much about him and he tried to lie. So it's funny that Dobler goes right into accusing him of it.
Bro, and then it don't even sound realistic at all, though. Like, you telling me you ran down on Pluto. Oh, this nigga crazy. Niggas start off just lying, though.
The new indictment includes allegations that in 2014, Henley and his associates assaulted and later chased a Grammy-winning recording artist through Los Angeles International Airport to collect the debt and failed to show respect, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in L.A. Although the artist is only identified by his initials, NDC, the Times was able to identify him through social media and news reports as Future. So, I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of people on my case, and thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'm going to tag you on Instagram in a second.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, Ray.
Real shit. But, I mean, I guess, like, the overall theme is that a lot of people are kind of on my case acting like I'm not doing enough to expose how Wack is.
They're not fucking with you because you had me come on to No Jumper by way of a phone call to give you the exact breakdown and the content that you low-key wanted. And that's another thing, because why is Adam taking my call on No Jumper? Because he wants to expose Wack 100 and what's going on. And you knew what you were doing by getting me up there. See, it was all a part of the play. Adam wanted me to expose Wack. You feel me? Adam wanted me to put this information onto No Jumper. That way, you know, Wack can finally have his just due. But then we're talking about it and everything makes perfect sense. And then you go, oh, well, technically you didn't blah, blah, blah. Like, the fans are smarter than that. The fans have more self-respect than that. The fans have more gumption, more brain power than that. They have more than a degree level IQ, as Lush will say. Why would you think that they wouldn't be able to see through the play? Why would you think that they'd be able to see through you acting like you don't know exactly that Wack said he chased Future through the airport?
Clearly working with authorities to put this allegation on Big U. Personally, I do not know that, but some people seem to think that I'm not trying hard enough to like extract the truth because, you know, I guess to a lot of people being mentioned in federal paperwork at all is enough that you need to like really be put on the fire. But I don't really see how it's Wack's fault. He did tell a story on a podcast or on a Clubhouse room about Big U kind of chasing Future. But I don't think it's reasonable to assume that that is the kind of thing that would make its way into a case, given that he never said that he hit Future. He never said that they did any kind of violence against him. He just said that he kind of like, you know, jogged after him to speak to him about an actual $10,000 debt, which is, you know, it's reasonable.
That's not the truth. You said that Wack said that he ran through the airport for purposes of extorting Future on behalf of Trick Trick.
Well, if somebody owes you $10,000, you're not allowed to beat the shit out of him, but you're allowed to walk on up to him and ask him.
Yeah.
But like the aura that surround these people like Trick Trick and Big U, you know what it is. So somebody like can't be in our backyard and owe somebody money and all it, with the aggressive manner and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It come off as extortion. You know
That's what the feds are trying to.
Right. That's how. Come on, bro. You already got that type of stigma to you. So that's what people go straight to.
But then let me ask you this question, Munchie. Isn't that them making an assumption though? Like they assuming that that's what it is? Like they're pushing that narrative, or they have enough information other than that?
They don't have to assume anything because Wack told them that he was chasing them on behalf of Trick Trick being able to recover a debt.
To be able to say,
well, that makes sense. It ain't got to be enough information. You just overact, and like it's just like see, he is this bad guy.
Yeah,
this story right here. So I don't think for it to be an overact, it got to be a fact.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it is that the overt acts don't have to be things that have been charged. They don't have to be things that have been technically proven. It's basically like a rumor.
The only way they could like make it a charge if Future corroborated, be like, yeah, my Trick squeezed me for whatever amount and Wack tried to retrieve it like that. That's the only way they get a charge out of it. But they still bring this type of stuff up just to make villainize the dude. You know what I'm saying?
It's also 14 years ago, which you would think that the statute of limitations,
Not at the airport. That doesn't exist.
for jogging after somebody, even if you
Geographic location of the crime definitely matters.
like punched him or some shit, you'd think that like 14 years later you'd be in the clear. But the definition of overt acts says that basically these are charges that they are going to bring, which is so strange. Like that's actually like that they're saying that, because it doesn't seem like it's true. Like
I don't know enough about the feds is sophisticated, like to know how they it's easy. It's more simpler in the state, like, but they probably got ways they can still charge.
It's more simpler. I don't love that education system.
Or somebody I don't know, but
for just proper grammar, you don't have to say more simpler. You could just say it's simpler. You don't have to say more simpler. The just basic levels of a second grade education, English classes, whatever.
Let's be honest. If you know somebody they got the boys looking at them as like the police, why are you even talking about this type of stuff?
So basically, an overt act is an outward, tangible action taken by at least one person in a group to help move an illegal plan or agreement forward. So basically, key rules in overt act. The action must happen after the criminal agreement is made. It does not need to be a crime. The act itself can be completely legal on its own, like buying a map, renting a car, or sending a text. And it proves commitment. It shows the plan is real and moving towards a goal rather than just being talk. So the question, though, is what is the criminal agreement that
talk? What's the talk?
Like if Big U...
The criminal agreement is when Wack agreed to chase Future through the airport on behalf of Trick.
Or if Future owed Big U or Big U's friend $10,000, that's not a criminal act. That's not a criminal agreement unless it was for something criminal. And then him running up to him to speak to him is not criminal. I don't know. It's like
taxing somebody is illegal. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's the whole reason for the.
But I think it's a legitimate debt. I think it's like 10,000
him for real.
Yeah, like it's not like it's like, oh, you owe us 10 grand just because you're here. That's easy, that's extortion for sure. But I think it's like a legitimate debt. Although to be fair, 14 years later, like, does it even matter? Like, would they be able to prove one way or another if this debt was like really like a lawful debt?
If they got some conversations on wiretap or something, or you know what I'm saying, or Future corroborated, they'll be able to prove it that way. If not, then it's just no.
You know what? That makes so why? You said it's unlike him to respond to things like this. Why would he even try to go to the internet to disclaim it?
And actually,
that's unlike him.
And kind of late, because they've been talking about this story about Future for like years now. And then it was mentioned in this federal paperwork. Like, so now he's responding to it. But even that, it's like, that was like 5 days ago.
But it makes sense to respond now though, because who want to be associated with that type thing? And you this lean sipping rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it don't paint you in a good light.
Fuck up your brand, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Now people are gonna be worried about
anything about the actual case. Like the lack of education and information about this subject that they have is incredible. And the fact that Adam won't bring anybody on to No Jumper who actually knows about this topic is incredible. We're talking about an overt act, and we spent 15 minutes with Munchie B trying to define a word that he can't readily pronounce. Adam 22 trying to dance around the fact that he knows that there's proof of Wack 100 being mentioned in Big U's paperwork as a victim and as a cooperant. You feel me? So I'm not really sure like what the whole point of this situation is. It just really doesn't seem like it's really, it doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. This is wild. It doesn't. Like, we're not actually talking about the case. This is really lazy content and really lazy podcasting. Really lazy podcasting. Like, we're not getting any new information. We're not getting any anecdotes. We're not getting any nuances. We're not getting any opinions. We're not getting any facts. We're not getting any suggestions. No colorful takes. No conspiracies. We're not getting anything about this conversation. They're just like, oh, because it's an overt act, and I guess I don't know. Maybe I guess no. Maybe. Like, come on, bro.
Hanging out.
Am I tripping, chat, or is this one of the more lackluster No Jumper episodes?
Around Future, they might think that there's gangsters about to run up on them. By the way, what do you think Les is doing?
He had got a phone call.
Really? Maybe she called from jail.
So he's probably gonna have something. That whole Atlanta, like I mean, just everything all going on right now. It's like everybody should just be careful and cool on what they talking. You know what I mean? Because it just seemed like we used to trip out that they was like, oh, there's hip hop police. You know what I mean? I remember when we found that out, it was like very like, oh shit, there's police that are investigating rap. It seemed like they are involved in all this shit, and partial to play with this shit is the podcast,
yeah. Well, at least I'm a reaction video.
Clubhouses, the so much communication about this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's adding fuel to like
they not even giving me nothing to react to.
Unsolved crimes. You know what I mean? Like it makes them not look good.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think people deliberately getting on different platforms on purpose and throwing stuff out there.
Do you think Flacco and Wack have basically like teamed up to run a little mini YG smear campaign?
Teamed up, period. And I think it's YG.
Just in general?
Yeah, they
Man, so I guess that's true. That's true. But whatever. Boy, I don't care about that. Keffe D. Keffe D got some things going on. Keffe D is a man who is currently sitting in Nevada jail because he said that he unalived Tupac. So let's jump into this content and see exactly what's going on, man. Shout out to Vlad TV.
I didn't. Your new engineer guy looked like a federal agent.
My cameraman looks like the feds.
I had to like, whoa, what's going on, man? It's a pretty big dude. He got the little look, the little light scruffy look, but still clean cut.
All right, our cover's blown, everyone. All right, let's come in and rest. I'm sorry, he blew our cover. All right, I'm sorry, Wack. This was a setup. It's a federal sting. They got those bodies on you. Big U's cooperating, and yeah, you're going to prison. Sorry about that.
Damn, Keffe D.
Well, that's actually going to be my first topic, Keffe D. Today is August 3rd. In 1 week, he goes to trial, and he actually turned down a 10 or 25-year plea deal.
Well, you know.
Hey, well, if Keffe D turned down that plea deal, Keffe D might feel like he's free. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Keffe D is currently sitting in the Las Vegas, Nevada jail. I believe he's at the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. I believe that's where he's at. If he's not there, I know he's somewhere in the state of Nevada. And they saying that Keffe D, after being granted immunity, went on like a whole tour. He went on a Tupac talk tour, writing books, doing interviews, and he was just pretty much putting all the business in the streets about his alleged involvement in the 187, the unaliving of late rapper Tupac Shakur. He'll say how maybe not Suge Knight was involved. They're saying Suge Knight maybe not had to testify in this situation. It's a lot of flammy skullduggery and larceny going on with this, and you really don't know what's going to happen at this point until it happens, and there's so much stuff going on. It's like you just kind of twisting and turning around every corner, because we would have never thought that we'd ever in our generation see the mystery of who unalived Tupac solved, let alone watch it play out on YouTube.
What, he's 60.
Yeah.
And then 10 to 25 in Nevada says you have to do the 10 to be eligible. So he probably in his head, how long he been gone? Like 2 years?
Few years, yeah, maybe like 3 years now. He's 63 years old right now.
He's been gone 3 years in because he left at 60.
There you go.
He like 7 more. I'll be 70. He going for what he know. I guess he in his head, if they find me guilty, I got access to an appeal, which I think they're gonna find him guilty.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? I think they're able to use the book now.
Well, yeah, because the
book where he admitted to being the
judge actually mentioned Vlad TV when she did a ruling, because they try to get the book thrown out. They try to say, oh, the book's just fiction, it's made to make money and so forth. But I guess at the end of my first interview with him, he holds up the book and says, this is my book. I wrote it. If you want the real deal, go ahead and purchase it right now on Amazon. You know, it ain't fake like everyone else's. This is real.
Clear that Mr. Davis adopted the statements therein as his own through publication, promotion, and subsequent ratification. In his interview with Vlad TV, he promotes this book as his book. He encourages people to buy it to get the real truth, and not from the law enforcement or industry people. He also repeatedly says it's something like the whole truth of the situation. I really find there is no legal argument to exclude the book.
And I mean, I didn't ask him to say that. That was all him.
You know, Keffe D gonna speak his mind. Sometimes he say a little too much. Sometimes I think he gets a little overzealous.
Keffe D did too much talking, boy. Stop doing
He
that.
don't mean nothing by it. I don't
The internet gonna be the death of these niggas.
think he's really thinking about it. You know, Keffe D came from hustling in the streets. I don't think he was really. I mean, when he said, I looked Suge dead in his eyes when the shooting started. At that point, I was like, whoa, you just put yourself there. You know what I'm saying? So it's and then how they did it, how he's doing his time, you know, he caught this assault.
Yeah.
So they gave him like a year, 18 months for the assault.
In the state, right?
They stopped his trial, sent him to prison to do the time for the assault, and then now they're sending him back to continue the trial. Usually that's just something that gets stacked on top of
Right.
which initially he called me like, man, where you at? High Desert. You know, I hear High Desert, I'm thinking California. Like, no, I'm in prison in Nevada. He like, I need a TV. Could you send me $350 for a TV? I said, you know what, Keffe D, last time I asked you to send me something, you know what I asked you to send me? You BS. So now we even. We can jumpstart. So now the next time you ask me, then it's all right. So
do you think that once he gets convicted, because I think he'll get convicted, right? That's just my, educated guess at this point. And he gets to wherever he's going to be at in state prison, that he's going to have problems with some Tupac fans and so forth.
I mean, you know, he's an older dude. I don't think Tupac fans are like in prison, like on that like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe, people are tripping who killed Tupac because people understand what Tupac did.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? You kicked it off. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Keffe being an older dude and, he gonna be in Nevada, so they got the California card. You know what I mean? I think he'll have more problems with it being exposed that he did some prior cooperating.
Right. That came out too.
You know what I'm saying? I think he'll have more problems there than the Tupac thing.
So you think he'll be labeled a snitch in prison?
Definitely.
So does that mean they'll put him in PC?
That means he'll have an option, and I think the first time he has a situation behind that, then yeah, that's where he's going.
Man, Keffe D is 70, boy. You better, man, you better, boy. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
He's 63. Keffe, if I can recall.
You do 10 years, you gonna get out of 73. Keffe D, you wild work, my boy.
Oh, I think he has cancer.
He had cancer. He may have beaten it, but he is overweight, not in the best of shape.
Yeah, they're not gonna risk that. But I don't think a lot of the youngsters like you hear Lil Yachty, they're like, who are these people? So the youngsters not tripping it now. You know what I mean? He'd have been in there for doing something NBA young boy, he might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But Tupac, man, those are people that's born in the 70s.
True.
That's tripping that. And
yeah,
if they're in prison, they're trying to do the same thing Keffe D trying to do. Hold on.
Get out one day.
Yeah, bro, you go to prison with a fresh joke in your 60s? Anything sounds like too much. I was doing Suge's calculation.
Yeah, I don't think that Keffe D is going to do too well with that amount of time. But then you have to wonder, too, how much time is Wack going to do for his involvement in this big Rico? Because that's something that's going to be crazy.
Because his new fake girlfriend called in the other day, an Australian chick. I don't know if you might have heard the snippet on my...
No, I haven't heard.
You didn't hear it?
What is
where she cussed him out?
Okay, we'll go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
You a motherfucking liar.
You said what?
You a motherfucking liar. Dan's right. You only thing you trying to do is get your name out there. So you just
I could get my name out there when I'm the one with the motion. I moved out here for you. You've been lying to me this whole fucking time.
Motion.
Yeah, I got my own motion.
What
I got my own
you got?
motion.
Okay, so why you mention my name then at all?
Why would I? Because I had to go back with her. You told me you don't know this girl. You said you don't know this girl. You said you don't know this girl. I told you if you keep
talking
following you,
What girl you
it's KD.
talking about?
You
What
told
bitch
me you don't know her. You said you
I
don't know
that
KD.
bitch. I don't know that bitch.
Okay, so I
You
told
hang
you
with
she
that
told
bitch.
you
You
again. I'm going to freaking fuck you and leave me the fuck alone. You understand me?
You might want to interview her. She's from Australia.
Okay.
And she moved out to Atlanta.
That language is barbaric.
Spot and pay it up a year. She got there, that didn't happen. She ended up sleeping in her best friend's son's room.
Okay.
And then she went and got a few gigs. She tattooed Suge's name on her in red. And Suge told her this what did it. He said, yeah, Wack. He was gonna help me with my music career. I said, let me guess. I gave you a Tupac song. She said, how did you know? I said, let me guess. Was the song 18 years old? How in the hell did you know this, Wack?
He gives the song out to
I
everybody.
said he gives it out to everybody. And the next day she got on the phone with him.
I believe Wack's lying. When he starts telling these stories and he starts laughing uncontrollably, like he's just so funny. Typically, this is his telltale of not telling the truth. Typically, when he's doing this, he's not telling the truth. Typically, when he's doing this, he's not keeping it 100. It's always kind of a flu flam. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And went ballistic.
Wow.
Shout out to SKG. She set the whole play up. And
SKG, that's the girl who Wack had on. She was on FaceTime with Wack doing stuff at Big U.
It's just, I don't know, man. Like Vlad, I'm amazed on how some people are still working in the pocket. Like, to me, I'm looking at the young lady, beautiful lady, right? And I'm telling myself, how the hell did you go for this? It was just, it was different. I'm gonna send you pictures of her and all that. And she's an artist. But yeah, man, I just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Social media, this camera is a different animal.
So Keefe's going to trial. And you think he'll be found guilty?
Yeah, I think.
So if he's turning down a 10 to 25, what do you think he'll get in the verdict?
Life.
I
think he's turning down to 10 to 25 because.
Damn, Keffe D getting life. And Will.
If he take the deal, he don't have an appeal.
Right.
So in his head, if I take this 10 to 25, that means 70 or 80 or 85 years old. Because out there, you got to do the minimum, the bottom number before you go in front of a board. In California, if you're not a lifer, they give you a date. And you know when you're coming home. There, you can come home your 10th year, 15th, 18th, anything, we're between 10 and 25.
Why does that matter if he's not in California?
20.
He's doing time in Vegas, so why does it matter?
In his mind, if they give me life, at least I think I can get back down and appeal in 5 years and try to win. I don't think he's acknowledging the fact that he said enough to where they can convict him of conspiracy. Accessory to, because he's saying he passed the weapon. He's saying, I'm there. I look Suge Knight in the eyes when the shots are.
Well, how are you not an accessory? You're there. You look Big U in the eyes. You chase Future. I'm trying to figure out how it's different. Whatever.
They know you didn't fire the gun, but you have kind of put yourself in a situation where you had. And everybody's in the car is gang related, gang orientated, all these things factor in. And I think he went on this rant because he had some immunity here, but it had nothing to do with the state of Nevada.
Right. And Nevada PD investigators reached out to me and they kept calling. They left voicemails, and I could play the voicemail where he's asking for the raw footage, and I just chose not to respond.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vlad. This is Alfred investigator from District Attorney's Office in regards to, receiving a video for an interview that you've done in the past with Keffe D, and I've not heard from you. Please give me a call back.
Yeah, well, shit, they already got the interview. What they need to
They already got the interview, right? But I'm not giving them the raw footage. I don't think anything's there anyways, but my thing
You can have what's on the internet, and that's it, and that's all.
was I'm not going to cooperate
Just don't show
with
cooperation.
someone who came in to do an interview, regardless of what happens afterwards. I will fight for the right to make this situation worse for you, right? I'm not just going to hand it over.
I'm not mad at Vlad for that. I'm not mad at Vlad for that. It's a lot going on, nigga. I'm gonna make sure that I don't make it worse
For the police. In fact, with Jimmy Henchman, I fought them trying to get the interview, which was for his retrial or his appeal trial. They wanted to get this one. Able to get it. He went to trial, lost, but I'm willing to fight against.
You're not in there. It doesn't say Vlad turned over anything.
No. And they were threatening to put me on the stand. And I'm like, do what you got to do. I'm not scared.
Jason, what's the deal, bro?
To do that.
Yo, Jimmy's been battling out with our man.
Who?
What's the guy we're trying to set the interview up? Prince.
Oh,
you haven't seen that?
I heard something about
It's
that.
been World War 50.